Happy Friday. So welcome to our Friday weekly driver meeting. Just a little bit about these meetings. We used to have them every Saturday morning because we felt that more the over-the-road drivers would be in the yard, they'd be traveling Friday, be here on Saturday morning, we'd have coffee and pastries, but then we kind of realized that we didn't want to interrupt what weekend the drivers had. So we started doing it on Friday before everybody's regular business day was over. Just a little bit of information about the industry, the company, changes that are happening, and everybody does that. We try and rotate so we're not getting the same information spread out all the time because one person's doing it. So I typically will send an email to the company and ask managers, and now I send it to all the employees and ask if they have any topics they'd like addressed at the meetings. So I got quite a bit of feedback this week, so it's really exciting because this way you're not always listening to my same old repeat parrot stuff. So first order of business is introductions. We always do introductions so that people listening in can put names with faces and hear how many people we have or rehires that we might have. Like I said, I always do this when you guys are eating so that I catch you with a mouthful. Why don't we start in the back?
Mark Lowe, transferred from glass and then heavy haul now, stepped in.
Day one tomorrow.
Day one tomorrow.
All right. How long have you run the company?
Year and a half.
Year and a half. That's a quick transition up the ladder, sir.
And I started right out of school. So.
Driving? Oh, well, welcome to heavy haul.
That's awesome.
All right. Next.
Christy Bland,
And what are you going to be doing for us?
heavy haul.
All right. Your truck that is going to be assigned to you? Is that the case?
Yes.
Cool. 4 a.m. tomorrow morning, leaving out. All right, next.
Kerry Marshall, CJ, retired military. I decided to drive a truck. I live 10 miles up the street.
Nice.
And reefer. Yeah,
All right.
very excited.
So it'll be I-5, are you doing a dedicated lane?
Yeah, they're I-5 pretty much
All
at
right.
this point.
How long have you been driving? You're out of school?
Yeah.
Ah, congratulations.
160. Yeah,
Nice.
over here.
Welcome.
Yeah.
All right, then we have,
Henry Chesmore, being glass.
Midwest dedicated
That's what they keep telling me.
for now until we figure out what else we're gonna do with you, huh? Or if you wanna do something else. All right, well, let's see. Our orientation administrator decided to exit the building, so Jared is with us somewhere, but we'll skip him.
He's in the can in the back there.
All right, so what I've done today is, as everybody knows, this is Spouse Appreciation Week. The month of September, we always do Spouse Appreciation Week before we do the actual Driver Appreciation Week. It's a really good opportunity for you to recognize the spouses that are at home taking care of things while you drivers are on the road. And we got a lot of great responses. Obviously, we didn't have enough prizes to give everybody. That's why we do the lottery drawing. But for us as a company, we want to recognize the spouses as well and, let them know how much we appreciate their spouses being able to be part of our family and our work family. So that's the gist of what we like to do. I am wrapping up Spouse Appreciation Week, and everybody that decided to grace us with their presence at the Friday meeting today got their name put into a drawing. I have a Galaxy tablet I'm giving away today, and I have gift cards to Costco and 2 movie gift cards that are good for California, Oregon, and Washington. So obviously, Christy, I might, if you get drawn for one, get a Costco one instead, because
We don't even have Costco around.
you don't.
Nope.
We'll figure
Texas.
something out.
Supposed to be one coming, but I don't know.
Costco.
One coming. All right, so everybody's got a name in the drawing. I'll wait until the very end to do the drawing just in case we have a straggler or two. But in my opinion, they should be on time if they want their name in the drawing. Now into the topics. So, time off. is really huge. This is company-wide, reefer, Blackwell, heavy haul, combined. We need you guys to remember when you're putting in your time off requests to put in the date you want to start your time off. The reason why is because in Glass especially, we've been experiencing a driver will put in time off Monday through Thursday, but in their brain they're thinking, I'm gonna get Saturday and Sunday off too because it's the weekend. What am I gonna do? They're gonna send me home early. Well, in our brains, we're thinking, I'm gonna have them do another load, maybe to Illinois, and then you may have to deadhead home, and that might suck up that weekend. So if you're wanting the weekend off, you need to put in the specific dates. Don't always assume that you're going to be just sent home early because you started your time off on a specific date. Yes, sir.
How many times do you carry over year to year on, PTO?
So the way it works is, if you hit 200 hours on your PTO, payroll will automatically cash you out to a certain amount. So my suggestion would be to keep a close eye on your PTO as it's accumulating. And if you want to cash it out before that 200, just send a request in. If you want to keep a certain amount on the books, you don't want to cash it all the way down to 40 because you've got a vacation you're anticipating in a couple months, then just reach out to payroll, let them know, say, so we're really flexible. Super high amount, if you cash out a big chunk, you're getting really taxed on it.
I'm up to 80 right now.
Yeah, so we like to always have drivers and corporate employees keep 40 hours on the books. It's like a week of sick leave if you had to have it. Or use it for vacation when it's coming up. But that's kind of the cap that once it accumulates to that, they'll cash you down.
Okay, so they can, they actually pay you if you get so far.
Oh yeah, you don't lose it at all. So it's not, because what we used to have is they would cash us out at the end of the calendar year and then
Right.
we'd re-up on our anniversary.
Yeah.
Well, now they've changed it to where every pay period we're accumulating a little bit, which actually worked out to our benefit because it worked out to be more than just a week of vacation.
I get you.
So it's really actually good, and then you accrue more with your longevity. I don't exactly know what it is for the drivers, but it is in the driver handbook how many hours you get per pay period, and then once you hit that
1/2 hour for, what is it, per day?
Yeah, so I think it's like 3.75 hours
Yeah,
a pay
something like
period,
that.
so you
Yeah,
almost
yeah.
get 7 hours. Hey Steve,
Howdy.
Steve
would know.
Gatchell is joining us. I'm putting your name in the drawing, sir.
I don't bother with it.
Oh, stop. This is the end of spouse appreciation and the kickoff for driver appreciation. So everybody attending gets their name in the drawing.
So if you win, I will win. I don't win.
Oh, this is Steve Gatchell. He's been with how long have you been with Combined?
6 years, track 2 months.
Right? And he runs FAK for us in our general commodities division. Okay, Steve's name's in the drawing. So that's the one thing, and you know, we're getting close to the holidays too. So obviously, that was my water cup. Obviously, we can't have everybody off throughout the fleet on both of the major holidays. So we do ask that you pick a holiday, Thanksgiving, Christmas, that you would like your extended time off for. And then the other one, we always try to get you routed through the house to the best of our ability for the eve, the day of, write it like that. So that will be coming up when you new drivers get your equipment assignments. My suggestion would be to go ahead and submit your requests if you know in advance on your OBC and get them in there. So that is holidays and
And how long would that be?
how long would what be, sir?
I mean, if you want to, put in, for Christmas, it would be like 3 days, 4 days, that type of thing, I mean.
Yeah, I mean,
or should
your
you-
extended or regular time off, you know, as an OTR driver, you get a day for every week you're out. So usually it's 4 weeks a month or 4 days a month. And then 11 Western, it's usually 3 days a month. The interesting thing with the holidays this year is they fall on the weekends. Christmas Day and New Year's Day
You
are
gotta
on
be
the
smart.
weekends.
Yeah.
So, it's really it's gonna be a juggling act with what customers are observing the Friday before, the Monday after, or both. So sometimes you get a time off request and you may have an extra day or something off,
Right.
just because of what load you may be on, or, our shippers and receivers.
Yeah.
So
Just
with
experience.
Rogers Fleet, it's a little different because you guys are more of a 24/7 operation. They have people delivering loads on the holidays. So he always has a few that are willing to do that, and they pick and choose their holidays.
Do you get extra money for that?
I don't believe so, but I do know that he really does take into consideration if drivers are willing to work on the holidays, you
Yeah.
know, time off somewhere down the road. But you might wanna talk to them later.
Okay.
Yeah, but in fact, him and I were just talking about the holidays upcoming and what we were anticipating, so. The last piece to that is when you guys are home on your time off, I desperately need to remind everyone it's your responsibility to call in the last business day of your time off. I don't know how the other fleets do it. I do not want my team calling my drivers when they're at home on their time off the truck. That you've earned the time off. I don't want them bugging you while you're at a big wedding or at the movies. So if you don't want us bugging you, all I ask is if you guys all call in, you know, if you're off Friday through Monday, call Monday afternoon. Where do you want me Tuesday? So it's pretty simple. And seeing as how we're a 24/7 driver services department, if you miss the check call, just call driver services. They're gonna call the dispatcher or the department manager and find out what they want you to do. So, time off. Hello, newcomer. What is your name?
Gail Chamberlain, Heavy Haul.
Oh, well, I've heard the renowned name.
After 16 years, you should have.
I don't know that I've met you in person though, sir.
I did.
All right, Gail Chamberlain has joined the meeting.
Parked my truck out there in the aisle. It's safe
I had to go get walking with my.
Okay, so next order of business, payroll. They've asked me to talk to you guys. For those of you that do not know, we do a lot of dispatches, which are called empty moves, for the new people with the company. These empty move dispatches just account for the miles that you're going from point A to point B that you may not have a load on. So if you unload 200 miles from the house and it's Friday, and you have time off, I will send you home, but I'll put a dispatch on the truck showing where you unloaded and where you're going to. You have to send in a route sheet for that, so payroll can run those miles and you get paid for it.
Wow.
My understanding is there's a lot of empty moves being done and dispatches sent to drivers, but they're not sending in a route sheet. Right. So just remember to send in a route sheet, and then as long as you're under a dispatch, unless you are out of route, you don't have to send in route sheets. If you go out of route for whatever reason, whether it's construction, weather related, or dispatch, driven, you have to turn in a route sheet with city and states, not highways.
I'm trying to figure out how you figure
Out of route, how we calculate it?
or how you figure it, because I hear we out of route, but nobody's explained what the route is.
What she's trying to say, you're going home and you're just deadheading, you're not oversized or nothing. When you empty out, write your miles down. When you get home, write your miles down. If you go zigzag to get home, write down which highway it is.
Right.
What state, and you get home. And then show them the miles that you traveled, that's it. It's
Yeah. So just no zigzagging.
I write permits, so.
Yeah, no, and for heavy haul, it's probably not as common for out of route miles because lots of times you would be permitted and your permit tech would route you a specific route.
Yeah.
So you wouldn't encounter much of that, I'd imagine, unless you were empty, like Gail was saying. So shop and yard staff, they've asked me to remind the drivers that they are asking drivers not to park in front of the shop in the bays. It's hard, James doesn't wanna go around knocking on doors early in the morning, waking drivers up. I know it's cramped for space here. I think that's the biggest reason why drivers park there is because we are limited on space, especially for truck and trailer. But if at all possible, try and keep that spot open so that they can get trucks in and out of the bays of the shop and not have to wake you up. I've spent a lot of time over here more recently, doing some other tasks, and I've noticed that there are an extreme amount of pet deposits left everywhere throughout the yard. I don't know how many times I was walking through here and nearly stepped in numerous piles.
Gotcha.
And in addition to that, the trash just left on the ground. When we have tons of dumpsters, we've got strategic garbage cans placed throughout the yard. It takes 5 minutes to pick up after yourselves. So my concern is that if our drivers are treating our corporate facilities this way, how are they treating our shippers and our receivers? So housekeeping is huge, and you know, it's probably not something that we should have to remind the fleet about, but it seems like we might have to push the reset button every once in a while and bring it up to everybody's attention. The driver parking area for personal vehicles over here, some people call it the bullpen. There's about 4 rows right there that's in that gated area. So I'm also part of the safety committee, and the fire marshal came through and told us that we had a set amount of time that we had to get those weeds and those berries taken care of because of them being overgrown. Well, I had my little notepad and I'm walking the whole thing, and there's probably 9 vehicles out there that I can tow right now because it's apparent with weeds growing up through the motor, through the hood, flat tires, you know, they have not been moved in a month of Sundays. So what we are going to do is we're gonna go through, we're gonna make sure all the vehicles have some form of a pass, whether it's a piece of paper in the windshield with your driver ID on it, or the sticker that you guys already got from driver services when you first got the spot. We need to make sure that each driver only has 1 vehicle. We can't have, there's a particular driver that has 3 different vehicles, and it's being used as a storage facility because they don't have enough parking at home. So we're gonna clean that place up. Don't be surprised if maybe Randy Spurlock you get a call from him, myself, Melissa Dockery. We're gonna make sure that we get it all cleaned up. We're gonna get the cars towed out of there that are abandoned, and make sure that we've got room for new drivers that need spots as well. So that's happening. And there's a lot of snakes out there. So just so you guys know, because when I was out there walking around, I probably could have stepped on 3 of them. So be careful.
Poisonous?
Huh?
Poisonous?
No, I don't think so, but they were like steroidal garter snakes. They're really big.
Big black ones?
Yeah, I screamed and ran the other way, so. Oh yeah, we have them. I've never seen one, thankfully, knock on wood, close up, but I do know we have them, especially up on Table Rock area out in the hiking
Oh, yeah,
places.
Rattlers up there.
Yeah.
Yeah.
All right, pre and post trips. This is the piece that I seem to always repeat myself on, but we continue to have issues with it. We have a representative in driver services that will be calling drivers for past due PMs and past due DOTs. There really should be no reason why they're past due. We get notifications sent out on the OBCs every Tuesday and Thursday. They're right around 7:45, 8 o'clock in the morning. So if your trailer is past due, it will tell you it's past due. If you do a proper pre-trip, you will know it's past due. And if you get stopped, then it hits our CSA points. So we're really cracking down on putting drivers out of service until they get expired DOTs completed. And you can legally be back on the road without any impact to the company's CSA scores. Dispatch now has visibility to when your DOTs and your PMs and your lubes are coming due, so that they can work dispatches accordingly to allow you enough time to get them done, so that that is not a reason why we get them and we run through the expiration date. If you're going to the shop, I had a driver go to the shop, he had an S-Cam bushing out. He picked up a trailer on a preload after the notification was sent out because he wasn't already dispatched with that trailer, so that notification didn't come to his truck. But then he picked the preload up and he noticed it was bad. He went to the shop to get the bushing wheel seal fixed, And the shop only fixed that, but the DOT was expired on the trailer. So there's a lot of people that could have done something different, you know, OTR maintenance could have said, hey, while you're there, let's get the DOT done. The driver could have said, hey, don't forget, my DOT needs to be done on the trailer. He could have been accountable for it. So we just really need to stay up on those. We've gotta take care of the equipment and we've gotta really work on keeping those CSA scores kind of at bay with the vehicle maintenance. And please remember too, the people in driver services, they're just doing their job, calling you guys about the past dues and the services. Hopefully they're being mindful if you're on your 10-hour break and not calling you when you're sleeping, you know, that would be huge. But be professional when they call you in. Don't rip them a new one when they're doing their job. That happened too.
So
Yes,
for a super new guy like me,
yes, I will help as best I can.
driver services, call them. Yeah.
Yeah, you know, the biggest thing is communication. You know, for you reefer drivers, the biggest thing that I've heard has been an issue for you is when you pick up a preloaded trailer and the driver prior to you didn't get a washout done on the trailer, or there's low reefer fuel, and they leave it for the next driver to pick up and
Right.
take care of.
Right.
So it is unfortunate because it's time consuming, it's miles that you're not running on the road. And it's preventative maintenance and upkeep that the driver prior should have taken care of before you
Now,
drop
shall I
that trailer.
log that?
I would absolutely call driver services or let your
Say, hey,
dispatcher
listen,
know
This guy
if,
didn't take care of
yes.
business, you know,
Because,
okay.
you know, my drivers will find the same thing, and if my driver has to spend 3 hours in the shop doing something that another driver should have done and not left for the next person, I wanna make sure he's at least reimbursed for his time.
All right.
So I would definitely communicate that to your dispatch, and this way we can circle back around with that prior driver and say, hey, you know, we've already talked to you about this once before, now it's happened again.
Mhm.
Oh, what do you got going on back there?
Cheese and tomatoes, right?
So, you know, our biggest thing, it's the golden rule, you know,
Yeah,
do unto others as you would want done unto you. So
Yeah.
that's the biggest thing.
you'll learn.
Yeah.
Oh, they go.
You know, and it's really unfortunate because we can talk till we're blue in the face, but it's usually the same handful of people
Sure.
that have a tendency to do it, or the really new drivers
You
that
don't
need
know,
to be
maybe,
educated more on it.
right.
Yeah.
The trainer did not train it
Correct.
properly.
If you do a lot of drop and text, drop one trailer, pick up another one, don't be surprised you get emails that say this trailer's due for inspection every 2 days or something like that.
Yeah,
Cause we do that a lot in glass. We also in the glass, so you're gonna end up dropping a flatbed trailer, pulling a double drop or something like that. And as soon as you hit the road, you're gonna get an email that says, hey, your inspection's coming up in, 90 days or something like that.
Gotcha.
So-
You're gonna get that.
you will, and that's the main thing is communication, because I don't want the repeat offenders to be allowed to continue the same behavior, because it's you know, it's not taking care of the equipment, and we can't expect Mike to buy new equipment for the company if we don't take care of what we have. Well, hello, Kevin Morris.
No.
Hey, April, come on in, grab some food if you'd like. Okay, well,
Plenty of food.
there's more names to the drawing.
Everybody's on.
Kevin Morris is a glass driver for us. How long have you been here, Kevin?
19 years?
19 years.
Yeah.
19 years. And this is his spousal support, April, from home.
Chief cook and bottle washer.
Chief-
I spent a year in the truck. I did go 48 state with Kevin. I can actually park double drop by myself. I won't. That's stupid.
You don't want to.
But honestly, I can stand back and spot things that are done wrong. So, I mean,
Good co-pilot.
Well, 19 years of glass is better.
Right?
Make her lift the A-frames up off the side.
yep, that kept
You
me.
didn't want to strain her.
I won't do glass. If I can't throw a half-inch chain on the damn shit, it ain't shit blown.
Ha. So, Laura Castro, our claims manager, she asked me to remind everyone, to make sure all of your smart drive equipment is in working, functioning condition. We wanna make sure that the cameras are facing forward, there's nothing over the top of them, and they're aimed in the right direction. You know, at the very beginning, when we put the forward-facing cameras in the trucks, there was a little bit of grumbling from the fleet. You know, they were like, oh, we don't want you invading our privacy and listening to us. Trust me, with the fleet our size, we don't have enough time to eavesdrop on what you guys got going on in the trucks. But it is definitely something that's helped us vindicate a number of drivers since they've been installed in accidents, injuries, and claims, as far as who was in the right in a situation. So,
That we can see, but what they're griping about is there's a camera in the back looking
oh, is it really? It's just not activated?
in. It's activated, they can look at anytime they want, see what's going on in your truck.
Not of mine, I got one that just has one facing forward.
Right, but you've got to look on the very back, there's a small camera right there.
Well, I'm gonna
I'll know what
investigate.
to look for in your truck, dear.
Weird.
Put it in mine,
Maybe it's just in yours.
so I put stuff in front of it.
Well, you put a piece of tape over it.
I got that.
Okay. Well, it has, in a number of claims, helped us, saved probably millions of dollars in liabilities and lawsuits. So, she has asked that everybody check on that.
Hey, I want to point out one thing for you. It's less than a month ago, he was driving, was it 99?
Oh, no, I was coming down Donner and some idiot
That's
was
it,
coming the
that's
wrong way, an RV,
In his
up
lane,
the hill. Yeah.
No way.
Were you empty at that time?
Mhm.
and, you know,
I had to drive to the inside shoulder.
Terrible.
Which would have done a smart drive event or triggered an
it
event.
did, and so he didn't think anything, you know, he was too busy focused on staying on the road,
And a
it was
couple
dark.
days later,
Right.
I got a
Yeah, the
call.
very next day you told me, he got a call saying, are you okay?
Yeah.
Which I think, as a wife,
Wow.
as a spouse to somebody, to a driver here, I appreciate that.
Yeah.
It's protecting him,
And
and that's
I
my
didn't
focus.
think to hit the little green bar.
Right, the little like panic button thingy on
Right, I
there.
didn't even think to do that.
Well, in a situation like that, you probably wouldn't think, I better push the button.
Yeah, those panic buttons are in the wrong place, you try to turn your radio station or something, you hit the button.
Maybe that's something that you
I've
could
done that
look
a
at,
whole
maybe
bunch
see
of times,
what
I just said, oh, whatever.
I got my license.
The other thing is, maybe had 35 accidents. It's the highest we've had to increase. So, the reminder that school's back in session, there's a lot of traffic, everybody seems to be in a hurry to get nowhere.
Yeah.
And there's small humans on the streets and in the crosswalks, just to be mindful of your surroundings. And now safety and CSA scores. So, I am happy to announce that as of today, we are compliant in all areas of our CSA scores except hours of service. But we have declined in our hours of service from our percentage. So we
So
are,
it's improved, so it's improved.
it has improved.
Good.
Yeah, it's dropped like 3%, but the threshold is 65%, and we're at 83% for combined for hours of service compliance.
Wow.
Blackwell,
Does it say who it is that's causing all the problems?
the individual themselves, no.
You know what, heavy haul blast?
No, we do have reports that show our CSA scores for our drivers and where they're at, but it's only in our fleet. So, but they don't make that public. We probably have like, protests and anarchy or something happening.
Improved.
I don't know.
I know they started hollering, said it was heavy haul. The big stuff.
Oh, so I will tell
They say
you.
it's heavy haul, they say it's a fake.
No, they
No,
told us they flat
and
out
Gail's
said-
correct. So
It was
the
us.
very large percent is owner operator heavy haul.
I can
No.
see that.
So that's what they owner operators made up like 45% of our compliance issues.
Wow.
So it wasn't company heavy
Well,
haul.
they need to tell that owner operator, not the company drivers, because they sent it out to us, we're the problem.
Oh, okay. No, I'll make note of that for sure because that's what we've discussed and we implemented a penalty clause for the owner operators. Every time they get CSA scores now, they have monetary deductions
Good.
for every point they receive.
So,
So, So hopefully we'll see them, them understanding the importance and the severity of it, and they'll start taking care of their equipment and doing the things that they need to do to stay compliant. So now we will hopefully start seeing more green lights. We won't be pulled in as much. I don't know, maybe. It's fingers crossed, Steve.
I get green lights all the
I
time,
get pulled in
red lights all the time.
You're like, it's just regular daily.
I can't drive by them without getting pulled in.
Me neither.
I actually started getting green lights in Washington. Just the other day it started, yeah.
Yeah.
I get green lights when the scales are closed.
When the scales
You wanna do it, you go 60, 65, you're driving past everybody. But you gotta remember where the inline scale, I was gonna tell you, inline in the road where the scale things are, that's telling the guys at the scale what you're doing. And you remember, you drive like crazy, then you pull over and slow way down, and everybody else passes you. They get pulled in, you get to go on by.
So that's you get a guy that.
Yeah, I think Britton Love actually said the same thing, Steve. He got a
Do
green
that
light, he was all excited,
California,
and it was
you can't
closed.
drive out there.
Oh, I always
You
get
can't
green
go
lights
in and out. But if
Yeah.
you get out there and you know where the scale is, there's, it's just like the stoplights out here. They got pressure switches in them. You drive till you get almost there, then you slow down 55 miles an hour, and everybody else will get pissed at you, go around you, and they get pulled into the scale, and you can drive on by. Don't do that though.
Don't do that. Okay,
Tricks of the
last
trade. That's right.
couple more things and then I'm done
tell
with
me
you
that.
guys. So,
I'll get in trouble.
there is a girl, her name's Heidi. She might be reaching out to select people, reminding everybody about our Infinity program that we have implemented through our insurance company, Attic.
What is that?
So Attic basically has offered us a $1.5 million discount on our premiums if we were to implement one more safety tactic for our fleet. I mean, obviously, all of us, I wouldn't even know what to do with $1.5 million. But as a business owner, Mike sees that as an opportunity to invest in new equipment, invest in pay increases, and what? What did you say?
I just said order a new bow, a new camper.
Oh, well, maybe.
New house on the.
Maybe a little something.
Now, she already did that once, sent out the first thing, and then
Correct.
I've asked her, what about the rest of them?
I believe she rolled one out this week.
I haven't seen her.
Okay. One for June?
Yeah, I mean, but I did.
And that was the CSA overview, right?
Yeah.
Okay, so there's another one, and it's either went out today or Monday, one of the two.
I've been waiting for them. I thought it was one of my bill.
Just take the test.
Yeah, I mean, corporately, we're going to be doing them as well. We probably will be doing them more geared towards like sexual harassment or sensitivity training or professionalism, sales, stuff like that.
We're going woke?
What?
Are you going woke? Is the company going woke?
No.
Because they need to wake up anyway.
Well, so the outline yards, like Roger, Dave, those guys, I'm having them do the ones that the drivers are taking so that if the drivers have questions, they know the answers, especially since they're the first interaction that we have in some of the facilities. So they'll be doing it. And basically what it is, it's called an LMS. It's a learning management system. And it's an 8-minute, I think the CSA one I watched is like an 8-minute video, and it's got like 4 or 5, 3 questions maybe. And you just answer the questions. And basically what this does is it shows the insurance company that we're continuing to provide learning resources, any additional training to the fleet to ensure that we're constantly working towards the safety and compliance of our fleet. So we would like everybody to take a few minutes and download the app if they have the opportunity to do so, if you haven't already. I know we are hitting up the new hires and rehires and orientation. If you need help with it, I've got this fancy little paper here that helps me walk through it. I downloaded it on my phone, but they're rolling out our first one next week as well. So right now,
Yeah.
it's an app on my phone, or you can actually do it on the website if you're like at home or a laptop has better service or what have you. But right now, I don't have any homework yet, so I'm
Really
just
easy.
waiting. Huh? It's really
It's really
easy?
easy.
Oh, good. Yeah, I mean, I unfortunately couldn't help
It
anybody.
tests your knowledge of what you're supposed to be knowing.
Right, and you know, there's gonna be, obviously, there's gonna be lessons that you're like, I got this, and you ace it, but there's gonna be those same drivers that are parked right next to you that are scratching their head because they don't know how to adjust brakes, you know, and they don't know how to put on snow chains. You know, those are the things that hopefully if we catch a handful of drivers and educate them, then we can
You don't take change?
or don't have to.
Can't move.
I know, some of you people are lucky you don't have to worry about all that business.
I don't change them.
You don't? You just are lucky that way and it just works out for you, huh?
If it's snowing, I stop. My life is more important, and that load is important.
Right.
Chains ain't gonna stop you from going off the road.
I know, we don't, I guess the company as
I've
a
been doing
whole,
this
we
30,
don't
40 years.
force
Get
People
chains
that
and
make
get me to a safe
chains.
area.
wear chain, or throw chains. We do ask that if chains are required and it's safe to apply them and go. But safety is of course the main important thing. So that's my take on snow
Yeah.
chains.
Yeah.
And don't put them on if you've got
You
2.5
heard those
glass on.
dispatchers.
Huh?
You hear those dispatchers. The customer says it's sunny over there, ain't nothing. Yeah, well, tell them to come over here where it's 70-mile-an-hour winds, snow's blowing like crazy, and I'm 250,000 pounds. They ain't going nowhere.
You like them waiting it out.
Oh no, you gotta go. That's them up there. Scott, Nick, Robert.
Well, I might be able to find you some glass so you could put a chain on, Gail, and you could come run for me.
I won't touch glass. I'll throw the glass on there. I'll break it.
Well, that's fine. You don't have to. I was just-
He'll be working for you then.
So, oh, and lastly, your friendly neighborhood payroll lady, Shasta, wants everyone to know that she accepts gratuity in the form of Dutch Brothers. So that's what she asked me. I asked her input for my agenda, and that's what she gave me. So,
That's what.
yeah, Shasta, you know, she's really good. She's compassionate with the drivers. You know, like we were talking about the cash out. She'll call the driver. She won't just automatically cash you down on your PTO that you've accrued. She'll give you a call and say, hey, you've hit that 200 mark. What do we want to do? Just so you know. But that was her input for my evening. So spouse appreciation, you know, we divvied up the winners to the different departments. So you probably got some calls from corporate announcing the winners and what the prizes were. There's gonna be the bonus applied to your 9/20 payroll check for the $40 they give out every year. I think it's $40.
I just got a message.
For what?
For driver appreciation, every driver gets an extra $40 on their 9/20 for a little bonus.
20.
Tax.
Oh, I was gonna say.
Yeah, it's tax.
I just look at that and go, what's that?
That's what I'm
So-
saying.
I
What's driver of the month? What's
years.
driver appreciation?
Yeah,
Exactly.
driver appreciation.
What's this thing, spouse appreciation?
We appreciate your spouses if there are
Actually,
spouses.
16 years, going on 16 years being here, I haven't seen nothing yet.
I've gotten 2 prizes.
I haven't got a dang.
That's what I'm saying.
Because I gripe about
It's
stuff, I'll tell them.
been, it's been years.
Yeah,
Yeah, I
I've-
can grant
I've
you, it's been
gotten
years,
it.
but
I
I
never
did,
made
I did.
driver of the month for heavy haul, it's always new drivers, oh, they're willing to do this. And now I'm out here jumping through my tush to try to get a trailer ready, because I should have left tonight, but everybody's closed.
Oh.
And I need chains and straps and a box and ratchet binders.
Yep.
So I can be up to get a load from a guy taken to Canada delivered, and it's gotta be there Monday.
Are you doing those like
I grabbed a 3-axle step deck, because they had to take my Jeep off my trailer so they could put Paul Sims to make his 13, because his trailer's broke, but they wanted to take mine. I waited a year to get my trailer back, and now they just took it. And I went off on them, sorry, I went off on it today, I told flat out.
it wasn't me.
I told
I'm just
Robert
a
up
class
there,
girl.
I told Robert up there, the only reason you want me to do this, because you want to keep Paul doing that, and it's supposed to be done at the first of the year. That means you can run him as a 13, but I gotta do all this other little stuff.
Oh, well, maybe you'll win a prize tonight and then you will have won something, Gail. I put your name in the drawing.
That's what I told him.
All right, so next week we're giving out 12 prizes a day. Chances
Gonna
are
be here.
good.
Take it,
Want
as
me
you
to
said.
run over there and go?
No, you don't have to be present to win. We'll mail it to your house.
Black will get it.
And then next Friday, we'll do the grand prize drawing. We'll announce the winner. And
I'm just here to gripe, don't worry about it.
that's fine. All right, I'm gonna draw names now. Okay. Driver number 1, Kevin Morris.
I just got here.
I know, I almost said that I wasn't gonna put. So, do you want Costco or movie gift card?
Movie.
Movies.
Movies? Okay, I can bring that to you. Next,
Okay.
let's see. CJ Marshall,
That's me.
do you want Costco or movies?
Costco.
Costco, all right. I kept the receipt with it because they say it's activated, but I never trust them.
All right, thank you.
You're welcome. Okay,
$5,000. Sweet.
Parked it there.
oh, I put that on my company credit card, that was mine.
Yeah, that's right.
No. All right, the next winner, really Mark Love.
Yeah,
See what you get for attending?
that's it,
Costco or movies?
Costco,
Okay.
$10,000.
Don't tell your brother, you won't have anything left of it.
No,
Hey.
Bill, over what?
Don't tell
You just
him.
gotta give me.
Okay,
I'm on the top.
2 more lucky chances.
We got beer.
There you go.
There you go.
I gotta get some.
Gail Chamberlain.
Oh, look at you.
Look out.
There you go, man.
I had to even show you the paper because I was gonna lie. I was gonna lie, and I was like, I don't even have to lie. Would you like? Oh, you don't want the movies. You want a tablet?
Yeah.
Here you go.
Kidding me? That's
I
awesome.
tell my wife I got that, you guess where it goes when I get
Your
home?
wife's gonna get it.
Oh, she'll take it.
All right. Well, you get a tablet, my friend. See, you are a winner.
I bought
All right.
I bought her one for Christmas present. First thing she did is go down and change it out for a bigger one.
I've got one more movie gift card here, folks.
So where did you get that, Chris? Because I've been looking for that exact one. And they're out. So,
Costco.
Samsung A7.
yeah. I'm just.
Christy Bland. You're a winner of a movie gift card.
Nice.
I won't be here.
So, how about this? I'll
That's
draw.
good anywhere you,
I'll swap you. I'll get you a Costco one or another gift card. When are you leaving?
4 a.m. in the morning.
Oh yeah, you're not getting up before then. So.
Yeah.
Oh,
what's
you know what?
What movie card is it? What?
I'll trade.
It's for
I'll
Oregon,
trade
Washington,
Christie.
and California. They don't have a Costco in Texas. Where do you?
No, I don't have a Costco where I live at. So,
Oh, bummer.
Oh yeah, it's coming in. So they said it was California, Oregon, and Washington. And I didn't expect so many out-of-staters to be here, so I didn't know.
We're truck drivers.
Alright.
I'm on Heavy Haul Central, so
What are
Alright,
you gonna do?
Heavy Haul.
I'll make it right. I owe you.
Costco.
We pull it?
Costco.
Thought it was gonna originally be mine,
Alright,
actually,
so
but
anybody have anything to
job
contribute this evening to
history
the meeting?
Verification.
Any thoughts, concerns?
I'm gonna make put
Complaints?
5 or 6.
Hardly did mine.
You might have Jason.
Amanda keeps taking my trailer from me.
Amanda Parker
Yeah,
keeps taking your roll top flatbed.
yeah, she puts me on a roll top, or I mean a double drum.
Amanda Parker's bad?
Well, then.
I know that it's constrained to what loads are available, right? But,
Tell me you want a 3.
I'll put you back on.
well, I
I'll put
have
you
my
back on
roll
your
top now,
Still do.
Okay.
so.
You don't want us to take it away from you again.
They're soon
Not for a
pick up
while.
truck.
I got
They
you.
preloaded it and they kind of screwed a couple things up.
Ah,
That ain't
gotcha.
nothing.
Kevin,
I do 12.
roll top only.
I've done 15,
Gotcha.
so.
Anybody else have any questions, concerns, complaints? No?
Number 2 and see.
Not this time.
All right. Who are you, latecomer? Kyle? Hey, nice to meet you.
Give him the movie ticket.
All right.
Oh, I was gonna say, you gotta draw the names all over again.
Because a new
She's
person
got
came
him,
in.
so if we get your stuff back, we gotta do it all over again. I still wouldn't win, so it wouldn't matter.
Ah, Steve.
Unless I hide in the cup.
You got autographs.
All right, well, if you guys don't have anything else, Then there's some more food. You're welcome to some more, and you guys enjoy your weekend.